name is Jolie Wilson and I'm 16 years old. My life consists of two things right now. The first being my job. I work with dogs all day and I absolutely love it.
So, this is what I do.
And the second being soccer. I've played soccer my whole life, ever since I was 3, I believe, and I can't remember a time that I didn't have a game or a practice during the week. So I'm not typically the girl that would pick up a book during her free time and read it, but I have come across a couple of books that I have absolutely loved. They're all by John Green. He's one of my favorite authors. I love all his books, but the one that really caught my eye was Looking for Alaska. So this book is about a guy named Miles, who also goes by Pudge. He decides he wants to leave his boring life and his family in Florida and go to a boarding school in Alabama called Culver Creek. This is where he ends up meeting a girl named Alaska Young, and his world is completely flipped upside down. So the first time I read it was last year in English, and the part that just really got my attention was the character Miles. He was obsessed with famous last words. You could ask him any famous person and he would know their last words, which I just thought was interesting because I've heard of those and I've just never really understood like why they would be so interesting. But after reading the book and really understanding of why Miles liked them, it kind of opened my mind up. There's a part of the book where Miles explains why he likes them so much, and he shares that it gives him a sense of who that person was, and it says a lot about them, of what they did in their life, and it just made me think that there's so much more to people than what you realize. There's always a story behind most things, and you just have to get to know the person in order to really understand what they've been through and where they come from. And there's been people in my life that I haven't really taken the time to get to know, and once I've actually taken the time to get to know, it's amazing. It's like your whole world is just open because you actually gave them a chance, because there's a lot of judging in the world based on appearances and just the surface part that you miss so much that's underneath. And Miles really changed my thought process on how to understand people and how to interact with them, just by knowing that you can't judge a person just based on, you know, what you first see and what others say about them, because you really don't know. It just kind of blew my mind that, you know, the famous last words could get my mind, you know, racing to those type of thoughts and trying to understand people better. And the whole reason, one of the main reasons that Miles actually left Florida to go to Alabama was because he was searching for that great perhaps. And I take that as, you know, something greater and something bigger, you know, something, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side type of a thing. He was just searching for that want, you know, and I really feel like he gave me my greater perhaps, and knowing that you gotta reach further than what's just right there in front of you. You gotta go further, you gotta work harder, you gotta put more effort into something to find that greater perhaps. I really think in the book that the great perhaps was Miles meeting Alaska. She was a very crazy, wild girl that had so much more to her than you could ever know. And him meeting her and trying to figure out who she was and trying to understand her really, I think, made him push and made him realize so many more things in life than what he was used to.